Great game, great defense. Mediocre offense. I think we're still a little bit shaky on the offensive side. I have a crazy theory to throw out there that I don't think anybody is willing to accept right now until we start having our backs against the ropes. And that is starting JV off of the bench. I think we need to start JV off the bench. He's a good matchup against Monroe. He's one of those matchup centers that Masai and Dwayne Casey need to start accepting. He's an Enes Kanter, he's a Greg Monroe, he is an Al Jefferson, somewhat of a weakness on the defensive side. Great asset on the offensive side, but we have more than enough assets on the offensive side, right? Especially on our starting lineup with DeMar and with Kyle and now with Ibaka. I really think he should be coming off the bench right now and to be matching up against Monroe. That's my opinion, and I'm hoping Masai's or Dwayne is one day going to take that, and maybe hopefully in the next round when we start seeing Tristan Thompson coming off as a center, he's going to be a bit of a mismatch. But overall, great game, and we wish the best of luck for them in Milwaukee.
So you talked about the offense.
Yeah.
What does the offense need to do to improve for next game, even for the rest of the series?
I think ball movement. DeMar is a little bit too comfortable with the ball right now. Same with Kyle Lowry. He's a bit too much of a ball-dominant player right now. I like how we played offense with him, with Kyle Lowry on the bench. A lot more ball movement, especially with DeLon Wright and Corey Joseph coming to play on the floor at the same time. When we took JV and DeMar out, there was a lot more ball movement, a lot more three-point shots. I think we need that more. And hopefully that bench movement, the ball movement from the bench, moves towards the starting lineup eventually.
Very well spoken, man. I don't want to forget about your man here. What do you think the Raptors need to do to win this series?
What do they need to do? Play less of JV.
That's my influence there.
JV honestly had a pretty good game tonight. No, like he came.
Today, but it was frustrating watching him in the beginning.
But you want to know something? With Ibaka sprained ankle, the way it's been, JV needed to step up, and I think he actually stepped up when he needed to tonight. He wasn't horrible, but he's not as bad as I think you're making him out to be.
No, he's definitely not. He's definitely not. He's definitely not. He definitely wasn't a liability today, but I think he could really exploit the matchup with Greg Monroe off the bench in the upcoming games.
What was Serge's performance? What was that? What did that mean to you tonight?
He brought a lot of poise. So he's known as to bring defense to the game, but he hit a lot of threes early. He hit a lot of shots when he needed to, and he came inside when he needed to. So in terms of knowing his role and knowing what he needed to tonight, he played exceptionally well, probably the best Raptor on the floor.
What about you, man? Serge?
He brought the averages. You need to get 16 and 8 from Serge. It's a playoff, so +2 on each category. Honestly, the Serge, I'm not a huge fan of the branding, all right, Mr. Ibaka, but you know that block on the freak in the third was relevant.
Well, that was ridiculous. That was one of the best blocks I've seen. That could go down in history as one of the best Raptor blocks I've ever seen.
Yep.
And here's a question.
Okay.
Who would be the best center in Raptors history if we were to pick one guy?
Well, we were just talking about how they don't play Jonas enough in the fourth, because Jonas is on the lean back on the bench, and it's like, okay, Casey, what's good, buddy? But at the end of the day, Raptors best, I mean, John Tubak has a little place in my heart. I'm not gonna.
Keon Clark?
Hakeem did play for the Raps, so let's be real.
Hakeem had a cup of coffee with the Raps.
Alonzo Mourning had like a.
Alonzo Mourning got bought out by the Raps. 10 mil.
Keon Clark.
What about Antonio Davis?
So Antonio Davis, correct. He's also an all-star, and that played his role.
He was a all-star as a center.
Keon Clark's probably still in jail, but I'll give him some shout-outs. We struggle with Zanzibar in the city, but you know what I mean? Like in terms of, you know what? Toronto's rarely had a good center.
Exactly.
And a rare good center. So like, let's be honest, it doesn't matter who you choose.
First center of all time named Andre Bargnani was a center, wasn't he? Or was he a four?
Shout out to Rafael Arujo.
How about this? In his short stint,
Yeah.
I would say that Serge Ibaka is the greatest five the Raptors have ever had, simply because he can block shots, can rebound, hit a couple threes, and play defense. I don't know if the Raptors have ever had that before.
He's killing our three-point percentage. He's actually the highest on our team. So first of all, as a center, let's just take that for a moment. in terms of blocks, we've never had anyone that's consistent across the board, and defense, and then offense. So spreading the floor, bringing things to the flavor. I think, you know what, you're right. We haven't brought that, and it's a shame that we have a blackjack of history in the game. I'm not done. Thank you very much. 21 years of the Raptors, and you're saying Ibaka's up
If you're
there.
going to call Ibaka a center, you got to call Chris Bosh in that same game. Why
Yeah.
is Ibaka more of a center than Chris Bosh?
That's a fair
He's
comparison.
going to get pissed that you're saying Ibaka's already better than Bosh.
But
my opinion.
Ibaka is a better defender than Bosh.
I'm not
You're
going to
gonna-
argue that.
You're gonna tell, yeah.
I'm not gonna argue that.
I'm
Better
saying
defender.
as a defender, as a center, as a
He's more
traditional.
true to that part. Yeah.
He's more true. And if Ibaka plays 5 years, he'll be the greatest center in Raptors history.
I'm just saying, keep
At this caliber.
against the Milwaukee defense. I say keep Jonas in the fourth quarter in the game.
I thought JV had a great game tonight. You know, he could have played more. When he stepped in, he played well. So agreed.
Hey,
Guys,
man, good win.
Thank you so much. Guys, I love what you're wearing. You guys look amazing. So I heard you guys just won some tickets. How did that happen?
We did. We were actually going to eat some hot dogs.
I love hot dogs.
We were buying hot dogs in the square,
Came
and
a
this
little
guy who works here came up and was like, "Do you guys want these?" And we're like, "Of course we want these." There they are.
He's like, "Are you guys
Full-
watching it out here?" And we're
full
like, "Yeah,
proof."
yeah."
We're like,
well, now you're
"Yeah."
watching inside. He just gave us the $400 each.
Yeah. Right?
Where is this guy? Can I track him down and get some tickets
I
myself?
have his business card, but
We don't know where it is.
he's more like just like a pay it forward kind of guy. No fame, just a good guy.
Yeah, no, he sounds like a legend. Well, you know what? We got to talk about the game a little bit. What did you guys think about a one Kyle Lowry tonight?
Show the
Hey.
shirt. She's wearing the
Hey.
Lowry shirt. I think if
That's
we didn't have the
my-
onesies on, we'd be walking
That's
the,
my
the
boy.
Lowry.
That's your guy right there.
That's my boy.
His brother's in crime.
As you can see,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
rocking the DeRozan myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start with you. So Lowry had, I think it was 2 for 12 last game, 4 points.
Horrible.
Tonight he completely turned it around. What did his performance mean to the city of Toronto tonight?
It helped them out a lot. It helped them win the game, you know?
What did he do? What did he do to break out of their slump? Was there something you saw that he was able to do tonight that allowed him to break away from the defense?
He wore that number 7, like he always does, and he took that last second, just crazy bomb. But before that, I'm sure he
Got in the zone.
put that ice in his veins a little and just went
It
crazy.
was the ice in the veins. You know what
I think it was just,
I think he had his spinach before the game, and he was like, you know what, enough is enough.
It's a good old protein shake, you know? He got
he's
to.
looking bigger than
Got in the
JV out
game.
there.
He,
Casey snacked him down.
7 feet tall.
well, there was actually a play where you saw Lowry go up to Spencer Hawes, who's a 7-footer,
0-0.
and he jumped into him, and Hawes was like, get out of my face, and I was like, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me right now.
Yeah, he gets in when he don't make him mad. You know how Jack always says, don't make him angry. Let's go Raptors!
Woo!